Hello and welcome back to 7 Midnight. So, last time we finally got to Hugging Molly, and as I kinda had not predicted, I wouldn't say predicted necessarily, but as I kinda thought about, I guess, turns out she's actually misunderstood after all, and she was helping the kids, and protecting them from the abusive environment, parents or whatever. And yeah, she was even helping her mother put her in a cocoon, I guess. It doesn't look like that's helping, but it was a very creepy place. Ow. God damn it. It was a very creepy place. It doesn't strike, you as a good place, but, you know, that's the whole point. We weren't supposed to be sure. But like, yeah. Put her in a cocoon to heal her. And, well then, Bunny, yeah, the grandmother, got all up in her business and took like a piece of her. I don't even know what she took. Just a gross looking chunk. And apparently she thinks they can revive her dead daughter. That's a whole lot of stuff going on, honestly, But yeah.
I had to miss Hazel's last track meet on account of taking on some extra work. Uniforms, spikes, travel fees are expensive. She loves to run. Says it feels like flying down the street. I just wish I could be there to see her.
You'll be there. You're gonna see everything I do. I'm gonna come get you, and we're gonna leave Kushma's place together.
Okay, so okay, so last time I thought that you were indicating that she did not survive. It might have been that she was talking about hugging Molly instead, and I misunderstood it as her mother. Because like I was wondering, like she was, in cocoon and everything. Couldn't she still survive even if hugging Molly was dead? I mean, who knows? But that's my thought. Yeah, then we got another vision of like a guy with like a galaxy in his eye or something, and a lot of stuff happened. Honestly, like we can upgrade our stuff. Yeah, we don't have any special abilities other than Crouton right now, so yeah. But might as well get this. Something I can get. We've lost our special stuff. Gotta get it back. Not sure how long we have to.
Nope.
How long we can't.
Gotta get to Kushma's.
Can't have it. No, what? The bird? Did I miss something? Maybe I did. As you can hear, I'm a little bit sick.
Even flowers are out for blood here.
Hi. Look at this thing. Fly trap. Yeah, row, how you say that? Yeah, I'm a little bit sick. Been a little bit sick these last few days. I don't feel terrible, but I do feel a little bit sick. I can feel it in my throat and sniffling, but it's not that bad. And I'm hoping it won't get any worse than this. But I do feel a little bit of something. So cross my fingers, I don't feel, but I feel good enough I can record easily. But I have pushed it. Oh wait, is this that person from the Samba game?
Mahalia! That's her name. The weaver I followed to get downriver.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. was I saying? Yeah, like I posted in the past recording videos while I was pretty sick, and I don't want to do that now. I think. Hello, owl. Oh, it flew away. I posted really in the past a lot, and I don't want to really do that again. So unless you know, if it gets real bad, I'm just gonna not record. But
Seems so long ago now. Glimpsing Mahalia back when I thought catching up to my was just about running faster.
Guess I can land on you. Okay. What else? Yeah. So, you know, keep getting interrupted.
This ball got more twists and turns than a fun house. Found no way out yet. You?
Maybe. You ever heard of someone called Mahalia?
Mahalia, the last weaver? Stories go she had a settlement around here.
She's trying to tell me something. I'm gonna follow her.
Be careful. Not every ghost knows where they're going.
Yeah. Basically just not gonna be recording if I get too bad, but right now I feel relatively fine. Like I don't know, it's weird. What did I hit there? Is that a mushroom I didn't see or something? Oh, it's the spikes there. Okay, wow. Did not see that at all. It's like it just flew off. Anyway. Yeah, but hopefully it won't be that big of an issue. Like I don't know, I'm not feeling like I'm getting either better nor worse, honestly. It's just kinda like, well, this is how I am right now, just a little bit sniffly, coffee, throat kinda sore, but yeah. I should have this move. And I can crouton. I guess I will. Nope. This guy. Nope. Target this guy. I don't know how that just never does what I wanted to. Why? Ow. Stop running away. Take my whip blast thing that I never use. And it does help getting me from far away, technically. Okay. That was all of them. Yeah, so we'll have to fight without using this. The powers, which, you know, that's what I thought. Are you still around? You know, I can actually hit you. Okay, that's not supposed to be happening, I'm pretty sure, but... well, whatever. You hang out there. But yeah, like... I don't know, it's weird. Like, I can't tell if I'm getting better or not right now in terms of my sickness. I'm taking a few pills to, like, help with the pain. I think that's been helping. I don't know. I never really...
They're close.
never really took pills for whenever I got sick. Kinda just, you know, decided to wait it out, you know. But I realized that I don't like it hurting. Believe it or not, I don't like that. So I've tried taking pills now, and hopefully it won't be like I won't feel shit all the time when I'm sick. I mean, that's the whole thing about being sick, isn't it? But at least I don't want to feel like my head is exploding, you know, or anything. And right now it's not, at least, so that's good. Okay, 1 out of 5 in this one, so this might be a shorter chapter. Hope's Crossing Homecoming. Got the Prospero family set up in the valleys um, Wellesley's, maybe Wellesley's old cabin. It's tapped, filled with skeeters. What are skeeters? But there's plenty of chain pickerel, very hungry mouth. Nobody to tear our families apart. Just wait. You just said two words I don't know. Skeeters and pickerel. Like, is pickerel similar to mackerel? Maybe? That's the only thing that I could see. I don't know what the hell skeeters are now. Anyway, the townsfolk leave us be, accepting our logs and shingle work for cheap. And we never let a child stray too far into hunter territory. Hope's Crossing has been our refuge for 20 odd years. Here's to another 20 more.
They made it. I wonder if I'm close to the settlement. How'd that end up all the way over there?
Okay, I think it's there.
Stay safe in there, okay?
Doop doop doop. Careful. It's a ball. What are you doing down here? How do you get down here? I don't think balls are known for digging, tunnels or anything. It's what are these called again? Weasel? Is it a weasel? No, it's not a weasel. It's keep forgetting what those are called. I don't know if it's a weasel. No, it's not a weasel. No, it's something M. I wanna say something M. That's not right either. I don't think. I don't know. Hi. Whatever.
Feeling better now that I got one of my spindles back. Is this the way my handling went?
This way as well. Yeah, it's okay, fine. Mushies. Oh, to the mushrooms. Sleep and smoke. Folks playing resting easy since our new arrivals, all except for Sister Mary. Pain festers in the heart after living under the lash for so long. The rest of us make do. But Mary sleeps through the day, and my good work can't wake her none. Sometimes I catch a dark fog licking at her blanket that scatters when I get my hooks ready. I explode in a hint, but it might be just a summer.
Deep sleep and dark fog. Out of the pan and into the fire, I guess.
Oh, yeah, something up now.
That was her again. Come on, I'm ready for it.
didn't really get to use our lesson state in battle a lot, because now we have our stuff back, except for the thing that holds things in place, you know. But like, we have almost everything else back, so kind of weird. I take it away and then give it back to you almost immediately, but yeah, whatever. It's fine. Throw it. I don't get it. Like, sometimes I just press it and it throws immediately. Sometimes it takes a while. Is it because it's a bigger enemy? Is that anything? Is that why somehow? I don't get it. I don't understand how throwing Crucian works in battle, and I never will. It just feels really odd. Oops.
Gotta find the knot.
Nothing else? Oh, yeah, right. This one once before. Had to use Croton to find it. Put it right there. Not much of a finding. No. Okay. Anything else though? Probably not. That's where it came from, I'm guessing. Yeah. Can't really go back in anyway.
My spindle is covered in stigma. Do what you do.
Ow. Turtle? All the weird animals who don't belong in down here. Seriously. Yep. Maybe you could say a warhawk or something, you know, might dig. I mean, they do kinda dig sometimes, you know, for food, but I don't think they dig to do tunnels. But a turtle? Tortoise? Definitely doesn't. I mean, come on.
I'd be totally lost without you.
I mean, these are supposed to be magical spaces, you know, the burrows or whatever they call them. They are supposed to be somewhat magical in nature, but still, like, they do just kind of look like animals for the most part. I don't know, it's a little bit silly, but maybe it's just, again, magic.
Rue, Kushma, whoever gets between me and Mama's gonna be sorry they ever crossed me.
Well, we got all our stuff back. That looks. I mean, I can't even tell what it is. Looks like a bunch of logs on top of something. What am I looking at? Can't tell from this. Just far away. Why do I want that? Do I wanna throw this at that? No. Okay, let's do this. What are those bugs for? What are these rocks for though? Honestly. Don't see anything I can use them for. Weird. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Guess I misunderstood something and I did it wrong and I don't know.
It's a bonfire. Like the ones they used to light on the levee to guide people home.
Okay.
Feels like she's telling me that bonfire's my ticket out of here. And those fireflies. I don't know how this works, but she's never steered me wrong.
Okay.
They're flying into the bonfire? No way that's enough to light this whole thing up. Gotta collect more.
The fireflies are kinda like the bonfire. Sure. Sometimes the magic logic is really magic logic. Like, okay.
Wait. Is this the old settlement catfish mentioned?
A close call. The hunters nearby got skittish. The little swamp boy I found doesn't cry like the others when those devils get to yelling. He's special. I ain't held a baby like him before. The nights when the hunters leave us be, I put him to sleep with an old lullaby sung up and down the bayou. One smile from him could melt even the coolest heart.
Hunters again? It's not fair. They were making this place feel like a home. Mahalia lived here. Did she want me to find this place?
Yeah, I got my abilities again, but I don't have enough. 125. Okay. A little sketchy. There we go. Now I can get something. Okay. Let's get this one. I don't know. Like, honestly, the upgrades are like so not particularly interesting that I'm like, I don't even know what I want. None of them speak to me in that way. None of them are like, oh wow, this sounds cool, I want this. It just kinda is. You know?
Thanks, little dude.
Didn't really get to look around, I just clicked the thing immediately. Hello. Raccoon. Just hanging out. Seeing all the animals today, huh? I get a little bit over there. I don't see myself making that jump. Yeah. Gotta be able to get up there. Can I jump up there? Can I get up there? Yeah. I'm gonna let you. I can get in there. I think. Not sure this does anything for me. There's not a a lot of fireflies. Yeah, no, that doesn't help me. How do I get up there? I wanna get the thingy. More there, I guess. Okay, I don't know if I can get it here. A grand wedding. Two of our best lovers have wed. The boy is a fool in love and the girl is sweet as honeysuckle. We jumped the broom and we celebrated with a fine song. I drank and played the panpipes like an old loon. These are the makings of a good life, these moments. Times get hard, problems grow like weeds, but the fruit is always worth the harvest. The land still ain't done with me yet.
They needed that. Shoot, I need that too. Not a party, just something to keep me going.
I mean, seems like it's going just fine, but
I don't do bugs. It's your time to shine, Crouton.
nope. Gotta hold it. Hold. There you go. All the way over there. Oh. Yes. Ants of Doom. I mean,
Wish you could have caught fireflies for me when I was a kid.
fireflies is essentially the same as the bottles. It's just another collectible we gotta get. It's kind of funny like that. Like, you can't hide that this is not just the same thing we've been doing entire game. Even if it looks a bit different. It's fine. It's fine. You know.
There's no way I can cross this gap. You have to go get these fireflies for me, Crouton. Be careful.
That's where I went before, or where am I? Oh, this is just a secret place. But yeah, you know, last time we had a really interesting, you know, place. Now we're in the swamp. You know, like this is just a swamp area. It's not much to say about it, you know. Like, you know, you made a nice looking swamp, I suppose. But is it this crazy cave place with all kinds of crazy stuff around and interesting environments? No, it's not. And that's a bit unfortunate. Like, yeah, you can't always have that, but, you know, after that, I am gonna expect more. You know, I am gonna expect to see something more like that, not just this. Because if you have something like that, you can't just be like, yeah, back to normal. You know? I don't know. Oh, whoops. I did not see those. I was looking at the skeleton? Nope. Is that a skeleton or is it just rocks? No, I think it's a skeleton of something. Okay, cool. Like, these little sections on the ground are cute and all, but we have seen them many times and they don't really change in terms of how they look. Not really. Not that much anyway. Like we can look inside the little barrel and sure. Not a whole lot going on though. Where am I going? This way? Oh, this is where I came from somehow. I don't even know. Okay, this is where I'm supposed to go. Okay. Well, we got the things. Now to the bonfire, I guess. Okay, now we gotta get you down there.
Go give them a shake and see if they like it.
There's a lot of fireflies in here.
Come on, Mahalia. Give me something. A way out. Anything. You.
Oh,
You're not what I expected.
hi.
That shout earlier, was that you? Oh, no, hey, my bad. I won't hurt you. I promise. Oh, this little dude? He's as small as you are big, ain't he? I don't have time to play with you. Come on, Pluton. We gotta go find Mama.
You're a long way from home, child. Remember, you'll always find your way if you keep those that walk with you in your heart.
You all right? Okay. One game. And then we get you sorted out, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Holy Island Swamp Monster is what you
I can
call.
hear you giggling.
Well, this is happening now. Just as I say, this place is not very interesting. This creature appears. Do we get to... I didn't think claws on you. Okay.
Found you.
It's pretty easy way to have a little guide.
Another round? Okay. Hey, but you gotta stay quiet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope you found a good spot.
Feels a bit like cheating when I can just do this, but... Yeah, the game lets you. Not gonna waste my time looking literally everywhere if the game is just gonna tell you where to go.
What wants me to do, right? Help this monster out first. There you are. You're already pretty big, but that giggling really gives you away. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 seconds is not a lot of time to hide, gotta say. I mean, even if you are literally able to like swim around the swamp.
These creatures aren't monsters. They're just waiting for someone who cares to come along. Gotcha. Okay, that was the last one. No more. Do you know a way out of here? Didn't realize this was a thing you could do. Good to know.
You got a big old friend. Thank you. It's like a giant photon.
Here we go. Can't trust my own gut sometimes, but I can trust my Harriet.
Oh, hi.
Cozy. A little bit of nature, some knickknacks. Very bohemian.
Hey, dude. Just chilling.
Toys can only go so far to make a kid feel less alone.
Hmm.
Is that you and your mama?
It's kind of hard to tell what I'm looking at here.
Trying so hard to get back to mine.
Yeah, what? I don't know what is what there. It's kind of hard to tell, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever. The Flower Child. For a fortnight, I watched a water creature some will call a monster. He was already becoming something new by the time I plucked him from the petals of a flower cradle, sprouting leaves for hair, vines for wings, and wild grapes for eyes. Swaddling him as a mother would did nothing to slow the turn. I've been wrong many times in life, but losing this child to the old pain hunting the swamps hurts most of all my sins.
Is this about you? Mahalia. Oh, honey. No wonder she wants me to help.
Hmm.
Is this where you sleep? Can't lie. Looks pretty comfy.
We do have a big old blanket.
Okay, let's find a way to help. Mahalia said to keep those who walk with and behind me in mind. Nap time, huh? Don't worry, honey. I'll be here when we wake up. Yes.
Hmm. What do I do? That way, I guess. That was done before, was it? Oh no. Just a thing though. This way. Where? Contact with something. I don't even know what that was. Okay.
So then I crossed paths with this fella, Rue, who told me to track him and my mama down at Kushma's Cabaret. Catfish wasn't grilled, cautioning that it was too risky, but it was my only lead. While I gathered my spindles, I was guided by a weaver from the past, Mahalia. Then I stumbled upon a gentle creature named Honey. He seemed to be in a bind, so I felt the urge to lend a hand. But in these swamps, the air was thick with ancient secrets. I had to push through to find my way out and reach my ma at Kushma's Cabaret.
Chapter 11. Muddy Waters.
So that wasn't you? Right. You don't talk. So what was that? Where you go? Hey! Wait up! I don't think that's safe. Wait!
Nope.
Oh my god.
Oh, hello.
Huge! How am I gonna handle two creatures at once?
Fish creature. Kinda.
Okay,
Maybe.
why are you running towards the screen?
Oh. How did I how did I hit that? Oh boy. I'm glad we are seeing more creatures though, you know? Not just people, but actual monsters and creatures and fun designs, you know? It is nice to see more. Well, can't use this in midair, it turns out. So I don't know how I'm supposed to get rid of those. Could I have gotten them from over there? I guess so. I'm out of 8, so a little bit more than the last one. I mean, I'm not going to be able to finish this chapter this episode, I don't think, looking at the time, but you know, I'll just go until I reach around an hour. The hunters tried to burn Hope's cross into the ground. With the fire roaring bright, the little swamp boy grew as big as a house and fled into the swamp. Searched high and low for him after helping the others board an old friend's boat. Found him far from the edges of our home. When I sought help from the reef to heal him, he cried out in anguish and ran from me again. Wailed a pain I won't soon forget, shook me to my core.
Another Mahalia message. I'm on the right track.
Always funny when I throw him just into the ground. I'll never get old. Sorry, Cool John. I don't mean to. This is how the game works. Scary place. Fly traps and spikes everywhere. Hello, Coon. Kinda spooked me. Didn't expect that to be a face. The atmosphere is pretty good here though, I will say. Like, it does feel like a dank swamp and there's something unnerving about this place somehow. I don't know what it is. Just the darkness and swampiness.
That boat's covered in it.
I mean, you know, that's what swamps are like. Dank and dark.
Wait somewhere safe, okay? I need to clear the way.
I'm not sure what it is you're wearing around your neck. Like, is there some wood you tied together for some reason? Not sure what that's all about. Oh, I don't know what glowy thing is on your side. Yeah, it's like going red. Anywho. Okay. So got ways to go until getting a upgrade. Oh, almost went into them. Can I get them from here? Oh god. Well, I'm gonna fall anyway. Get hurt. God damn it.
Honey, you gotta listen to me. It's a shipwreck would be full of sorrows.
Ow. Ouch. I always get the ambush on me, these guys, like, while I'm doing something else. Okay. Yeah. Still can't deny it. The fights are pretty repetitive. Like, I don't know. For all the things in the game, I really wish that was the one thing they had done a little bit
Go
more
ahead again.
to,
It's not safe here.
you know,
I always find you. Don't
improve. Like to have new stuff. Like whenever it's not like you be fighting new enemies anyway. Those enemies were from the beginning of the game, you know. The normal guys, for lack of a better word, the first guys we saw, and the fly thingies, you know. Like those were enemies we saw from the very beginning. Like we could have had that fight at the very beginning, and you know, like nothing changed about it. There's nothing in the environment that was in the way or had to deal with or anything I could use. It was literally just fighting those enemies in the same kind of area.
There were kids
There was
in this
nothing
boat?
special about it.
Nothing about this place screams family friendly.
You know? Yeah. It's unfortunate. Like, I can deal with some, with, you know, the whole repetitive gameplay in terms of, you know, the gameplay loop of the bottles and getting all those and doing that stuff, you know, whatever. But if you're gonna just have the same fights over and over again with no variation, it just gets stale.
This was one of those old-timey pleasure boats I would have been allowed on. Unless it was the scrub toilets.
You know, and it's not like the upgrades we get, you know, these upgrades change the combat a whole lot particularly. Like if there's more moves you could unlock, you know, more, you know, things other than just, well, this thing you have is a little bit better now, you know. I don't know. It almost feels like the upgrades are kind of forced. I wouldn't say they're forced, but like they put the things you can find to upgrade your stuff, the globs or whatever they called again, not globs. No, that's a different thing, isn't it? I don't know, whatever they're called. No, glob. That's the thing in background, globs. What are they called? Whatever. Floofs. Making things up in games. Floofs, globs, whatever the hell. I think the things in Rayman are called lumps or something. You know, the things you collect or whatever. I don't even know. Yeah, video games sure have a lot of weird terminology sometimes. But anyway, like the things you get, you know, these. They seem to exist so you can upgrade your stuff, obviously. 208. Stowaways $10. Seek Mahalia. She'll get you and your boy safe passage.
Bet Mahalia's bonfire could be seen from the decks. Would have been a beacon of hope to a lot of people.
But yeah, like the upgrades just seem like they're there as well. Like if there wasn't upgrades, would I really feel much different though in terms of
Oh, I remember now. This boat disappeared over a century ago.
okay. If there weren't upgrades, I don't know how different it really would feel. The combat, like, would I really notice it if there were no upgrades anyway? I don't think I really would. Don't think they add that much anyway. This is the funny thing. I
They
don't
were
know.
having a good old time while the workers suffered in ways no one likes to think about.
That's how it be.
Keep those who walk with you and behind you in mind.
I'm ready.
I don't know if the should have just scrapped the combat entirely, or reworked it, or what they should have done. I'm not sure what you could have changed. I think the first thing though is like just make it so that these are not the same flat damn planes we see every single time. Like there's nothing about the actual combat, you know, environment that's interesting at all. It's just a flat plane where enemies exist and you fight them. Like at least have like things you get platform on maybe, or jump on, or objects in the environment you can throw around, or you know, obstacles in the way like spikes and stuff so you have to avoid maybe. Like you can do all kinds of things with the elements you have in the game. You could do that, but you don't ever do it. You've not done it once. All combats are the same. Maybe an enemy or two is new sometimes, sure, but that's about it. You get a, I mean, there's like, how many enemy types are there? 6 maybe? 5, 6 I think? Maybe, like, trying to think of them, you know, normal guys, flies, the guys who throw stuff at you, the big guy, the guy who can boost other guys. I think that's it I can think of. Like if there's anyone else, that's very limited amount of enemies for the whole game, honestly. So that doesn't help either. Like I said that yeah, new enemies are nice to have in combat, but doesn't, you know, if you're only gonna have them maybe once in a while, new enemies, it still gets pretty repetitive. So yeah, I don't know.
When I tuned, they caught wind of whispers about the thriving free settlement in the swamp nearby. Hope bloomed in her heart. She dreamed of a better future for her son than what waited in the river. So when Bella Prospero drifted closer to the swampy shore, I tuned that whispered, yes.
Oh. No, she must have made it to the riverbank. It didn't end like this for us.
Well, I don't know. She jumped off a boat.
That woman in the pattern needs my help too.
But yeah, just again, combat just exists. I do wonder if they cut it entirely. Would I have been more interested? If it was only, you know,
Was she trying to get to Hope's Crossing?
if it was only just, you know, platforming and the occasional puzzle element in the game like this, would it have what would I have felt about it? I wonder, you know. Swing down there. Would I have felt that it was missing something in terms of gameplay? I don't know. It still has more gameplay than most games, you know, like, well, not most games, but you know what I mean, like, I saw something through the floor or something here, am I crazy? I saw something light up or something, maybe I'm just seeing things, whatever. What was I looking at that I thought I saw something? I don't know, whatever. You know, like I'm talking about like not necessarily walking simulators or anything like that. Yeah, I'm seeing like a dot there. What's that? Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw a dot. Maybe I can take one down there. Something around. I don't know if there's anything here, but oh, no, is that? That's just something else. Yeah, whatever. Like yeah, some games have way less actual gameplay. I can't say this doesn't have gameplay. Absolutely not. It's not like the most complex, complicated, or interesting gameplay. Yeah, what? I don't know what it is, but it's really annoying that it appears, and I can't even. Where would it be? Like, B. What there? This side? What is that that I'm seeing through the floor? Kinda annoying me now. Be around here. Yeah. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know where it is and I don't feel like looking for it anymore. Like yeah, like it's not the most complicated or complex or anything, You can't say that the platforming is particularly interesting or involved either, Like it exists. That's what I can say about it, And you certainly do it. But it's not like I'm challenged by it. I think it's a challenge. That's not really a challenge to the platforming ever. It doesn't feel like a challenge to really platform. It just kind of feels like it's there to exist, to be something you do, to jump around and platform and move around the environment. Again, I have compared to Uncharted, and I don't know. It's been a while since I played an Uncharted, but I do feel like Uncharted in terms of its platforming and environmental movement felt a lot more interesting than this does somehow. Despite all the jumping, the double jumps, the glides, and all that junk you can do, I still feel like Uncharted weirdly enough felt more fun to play in that way in terms of the platforming. It is obviously a shooter as well, but this is a, whatever you want to call a game like this. But so that's that. But like, you climb, you jump and climb around. Maybe Uncharted, like sometimes, jump on platforms to get places and move platforms around with this thing, to do stuff, whatever. Things like that. But it's not challenging or particularly interesting. That's the thing. So I don't know. Like, would removing combat entirely just make this game's gameplay entirely uninteresting to me? Because I don't think it's like, it feels fine in terms of, what it's doing. It just, in terms of, game design and new stuff, new ways to interpret the environment and the platforming you do, that doesn't do a whole lot. Like we got the little fly trap guys you can jump on and they'll snap at you if you're not fast enough. Sure, that's new, I guess. it's an element, gameplay element, I suppose, but it's not particularly difficult or anything. You just jump on it and jump again immediately, and whatever. Like, maybe I don't know if it's just the fundamentals of the game that just don't make the gameplay actually engaging. Like, it's like they had all of the all your movements planned, made, and then they had to just have the environments made around what you can do, and what you can do just doesn't add up to anything more interesting than what we have. Like, I'm wondering if someone else the developers wanted to make a level, you know, and how that would feel. Because the design of these levels, you know, like the relatively open spaces, you know, for the most part, and you go around in them and explore and find notes and things like that, and it's made to be like that, and it's not made to be, you know, you know, it is in a sense a platformer, but it's not what it's trying to be. Obviously, I don't think the developers describe it as a platformer. You know, I even think I said that before that I don't think they would. But it is in a sense. uh, so like when you think about a platformer, you think of like Mario. You think about games like that. You think about very specifically designed levels where platforming is the focus. Even in the 3D games. Um, like movement in those games is very much the point. Movement in this game seems to be there to be there. You have these options, and you can jump around, dash, glide, all this junk. It just seems like a tool, tool to get somewhere. Where in other games with similar platforming, with things like that, it's not a tool as much as an expression, if that makes sense. You know, like you could, choose to walk through like Mario game without doing any fancy jumps particularly, or doing triple jumps and backflips and all that stuff you do in the 3D ones is what I mean. You can choose to do it pretty, for the most part anyway. You don't have to do that sort of thing. But if you wanna get through it fast or do shortcuts or cool tricks around the environment, that's what you want to do. In this game, you are, and that's challenge in the way it's done, because you don't have to do it all the time. Sometimes you do have to do fancy jumps and stuff, wall jumps and whatever, leaps around and all kinds of stuff, Uh, but it doesn't force you for the most part. But in this game, if you want to get across something, it's very contextual. It's like, well, here's why you use this thing to make this platform appear, and you went across it, and maybe you do the grab onto the thing that makes you fly around. With the L2 button, that thing that you grab onto things with. Like, yeah, you can use it to zip across the screen, but not a challenge. It's just, this is the button that makes you go that place. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like. If they made it more challenging, made it so there was more need to think about what you're doing in your platform rather than just going through the motions, that would change things, and I think it could be done. But I do think that it's a lot of it is intended to be not, this that's supposed to be a hardcore platformer with spikes and traps and enemies everywhere that are in your way, and you gotta dodge them, and you gotta jump out of the way, and all that stuff. Like, not all games are gonna be like that, and this is not intended to be like that, obviously. It might be weird if it was suddenly very much gamey, for lack of a better word, like very just traditional platforming environments, you know, rather than what it's doing. Like the closer we get are those little sequences, you know, where we escape and we run around a lot. Like those are the closest we get to that. But as I've said before, the are not very challenging. They are not very particularly interesting. You just again you run around, dodge some spikes, do some jumps. Again, it's the closest this game tries to have some kind of platforming challenge that way, and it isn't as interesting as it probably would hope it is. Yeah, I don't know. So that's just my thoughts about that. I'll keep saying these thoughts about the game until the game ends. This is how it's gonna be. Um, because it's true. That's what I feel about it. I'm not gonna hold back, and I might repeat what I say a lot, because well, if the game isn't gonna change up what it's doing in that way, I'm gonna keep saying it. You know, because what else can I say about it? But we still have some fun characters, creatures, things like that. Like, I am glad we, met Honey here, and that was a thing, because I was starting to feel like, okay, well, I kind of my hopes up a little bit last time that we were going to be seeing some fun environments or characters or creatures. And then it was a swamp for a while. But at least we have this big old friendly guy, you know. I don't know. I don't know what it is about this game that where things, like, in terms of pacing, I don't think it's like badly paced. I don't think that's the problem that I'm having necessarily. Like, I don't think the pacing is terrible by any means. I just think that in terms of how interested I am in how weird and wacky and monsters appear in weird environments and story bits and stuff like that appear, that actually intrigue me and interest me. Like, they have them, they do exist, but they don't appear as often as I would have hoped they would. And I said that before, that in terms of this being this game about fantastical creatures and worlds and magic, there is considerably little of it. You can go. It's very possible you can. I'd be kind of interested, actually. I would be interested to see a game, like a video of this game where all the fantastical stuff was kind of taken away. You see, it was just kind of running around in the swamps and in the forest and what have you. Like, you could probably go for quite a while if you cut all of that fantastical stuff out. You could go around this environment and probably think it wasn't fantastical at all. Obviously you can still double jump and all this, but if you just walk around this environment, you wouldn't really think particularly that this was fantastical. And that's what's weird about it. And again, some of it is intentional because it is the whole, well, it's the real world, but there's a hidden layer of fantastical elements and things like that normal people can't see. That's the whole point, I suppose. And again, if that's what they're going for, that's obviously, they wouldn't always have these fantastical elements around, but they have enough of them that, they could have more. They could have more. They could do it, more frequently, more. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah. Anyway, I think I've talked enough. That just again, my thoughts about the game. I have to say them. Even if I ramble for a while. But yeah, you know. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Alright, let's do this video. We are gonna keep going. You know, we are getting there. You know, chapter. How do you look at that? Chapter 11. There we go. Chapter 11 out of 12, 13, 14. 14. I can math. So there's not that much to go. I mean, probably, I'm gonna say a hopeful 2 videos left. Probably 3 videos, you know. Like, I think I can beat this chapter next time and go into level 12. Well, you know, chapter 12. And then maybe I can do chapter 12 and 13, and depending on how short or long the last few are, maybe I can do the last one as well. So it's probably gonna be 3 videos, but we'll see. I don't know, it's hard to tell with this game sometimes how long these things are gonna be. But like, I think this one won't be that long, because it's only 8 pages or whatever you can collect. So it's not as huge as some of them are. Doesn't mean anything? Probably not, but you know what I mean? It's kind of what I've been going by. Because last one was only 5, and that was relatively short. So this one, I don't know, it's hard to say. Anyway, I'm rambling, I gotta start the video. That's it. Goodbye.